fast, I was seeing many things. God was taking me. This was actually the fast that God revealed himself to me. Revealed himself to me, and he said to me, I am Elohim, the one true God. That's when God revealed himself to me. That's when it was somewhere around that time when even Jesus visited me and he said, I am Jesus. And during that time of prayer and fasting, I had a troubling vision, and I never forget the vision. And that vision was about my father. That vision was about my father. And on the last day of the fast, my father fell out of a very tall tree. He had a freak accident. His whole system was shaking up. It was a Thursday. My fast would have ended the Saturday. And on the Thursday, God gave me a vision, and I saw a troubling vision. And I knew that something was happening. And my father came to my house, and I was supposed to talk with my dad. And he left so quick. And I didn't get the chance to really warn him and to pray with him. And he left, but I ignored the warning ignorantly. And my father fell out of a tree the last day of my fast, the last day of the 21 days fast. And when he fell out of the tree, everybody was calling my phone, and I got a bit distracted because I'm like, man, I'm just fasting and this just happened. I'm coming against demonic powers, and this thing happened out of the blue. And I was called to the hospital, and I told my dad to just get it right with the Lord and stuff like that. I really expected him to live, but long and short of the story, he didn't live. I stopped praying and warfaring after the fast. And that's when I lost my dad. And it taught me something very important. After a time of prayer and fasting, that's when you should press in the more. When you finish praying, when you finish fasting, you have to press into prayer more. Because after the fast, a lot of things, when you're fasting, a lot of things are shaking. All kind of wickedness are shaking up around you. Like the wickedness that is around you is being shaken up. When you're fasting, powers that were fighting you, they're being broken. Altars are being destroyed. Demonic power are being contended. But when you finish fasting, do not rest. That's the time to press in more. The Bible said that the king said to the Jews, arm yourself. After you finish fasting, you have to arm yourself. You have to arm yourself. That's when you should go into prayer more. That's when you should do the midnight prayers. That's when you should stand guard. That's that last week of your fast, after you break your fast, that week is the week that you press in to see everything that you have prayed for come to pass and contend with the powers of darkness. But this is why a lot of people, the thing is that when you're fasting, a lot of things are being broken. The Bible said in Isaiah 58, this is type of fast is called to break the yoke. Fasting break the yoke. So you have to understand that when you're fasting and yokes are being broken and demonic powers are being shaken, they don't want to leave. Demons don't want to leave, but they have to leave. And that's why you have to press in to break that yoke. But the reason why all hell break loose is because a lot of people, after they finish fasting, they just rest. You can't rest. You have just entered, the mere fact that you have called a fast, you have entered into spiritual warfare. You have entered into a time where you're saying, I'm going deeper in God. I'm seeking God's face. I'm destroying the yoke of the flesh. When you finish fasting, it's not the time for you to think that, oh, you're going to eat and go to the buffet and feed yourself and sleep. And no, after you finish fasting, that's when you press into prayer the more. That's when you start arming yourself. That's when your prayers start getting hotter. It's why a lot of people get defeated after they finish fasting and they feel like everything break loose. It's because that they enter into spiritual warfare and they walk away from it not knowing that they're provoked a war. The Bible said this kind goes by prayer and fasting. The moment you start fasting, the kind of demon that is oppressing you, that demon start realizing that it is losing its grip. It's losing its power. It's losing its authority in the situation because you decide that you're going to deny yourself to seek the Lord for answers. After you finish fasting, do not just go and rest. Pressing the more. Pressing the more. Pray. Pray like you have never prayed before. Release fire prayers after you finish fasting. Yeah, you break your fast, but still press and pray. Don't go rest. You have to see the completion of the work that you have prayed for. When Jesus finished fasting for 4 days and came out of the wilderness, the Bible says he appeared in the power of the Spirit. What Jesus was doing, he was healing the sick, he was casting out devil. Now that power is upon you, you have to go forward and do the work of God. If you rest after you finish fasting, then everything is going to shake up around you because